Today's stop loss cluster video for the 23rd of March 2021 for the QuasiDB service. We'll start with gold because I did put some analysis out on the technical channel, and we had a bearish wedge and also a flag pattern as well. So it's looking quite weak technically. We do have a signal to sell on the technical, and it does agree with the sentiment. It has been a sell for a long while, gold has. I think it was something to do with this break here. If we zoom in, and so it became quite weak when it broke that, and I think it had something like this, if I remember right from the auto chartist. It had something like that, so it was like a triangle break, and so here we are. But if you remember, there's that grey box support on the auto chartist, and it does coincide with the support. Sorry, forgive me. The support here from the 1724 area, so it does coincide with that grey box, which has actually been quite reliable on the auto chartist. So it could come into play, but don't forget we have a signal to sell, and it does agree with the sentiment. So that is that's a match. So you'd have done okay if you shorted it at that break, but we're seeing some strength now. So a big wick for gold. It's a big wick. It's $5 just in this hour, and we're coming up to the conclusion of this hour. So it's quite naughty there. It's actually probably lured in quite a few shorts, perhaps. They're going long, so that would be bearish. So we'll have to wait for this to update. This could be a trap, so be careful. Remember to have a look at your lower support for gold there from those lows. Quick look at the S&P. Your level of interest here is the Valentine's Day support. If you remember my video from last week, 3931, and the resistance is 3961. So this is from it's over a month old now, so it's quite strong, and it's come into play quite a bit. But yeah, we've got resistance here and support here, so it's a bit tricky. Be careful about shorting it because the retail sentiment is very much buy, because the retail guys are very short. So it looks like it might want to come up to take their stops. But keep an eye on this though, 3961. It might come into play, and then we might bounce off it, or we can accelerate above. So that's that. So I'll just talk about the normal pairs now. We saw a lot of movement on the sentiment over the last 24 hours, and you note that we've got a new graphic on the stop loss cluster, which is cool. 84.39, 82.90, wait, buy, but it looks like it might cross. So if it crosses this 50% line, then it will actually be a sell on the sentiment. So, and they're starting to go long, so that could be bearish. That's an annoying message. A AU SLC below is very large. One above 77.05, 76.49. Wait on the signal, on the technical signal, and we're a sell. This flipped over the 50%, so they went long here. So it's below monthly pivot as well. So that's just another ingredient to the bearishness. Because we're below, we would sell the rips, and we're a sell here. Signal center wait. EA 155.48 and 151.17 sell and buy. So there's a mismatch there. They're shorting it, so that would be bullish. That movement now. We see we've crossed the 50% line. It's quite erratic, this pair, but it can be quite profitable if you catch it. SSC above is large of the two. EU. So this is good. We don't want this to continue to fall because this is one of our signals. We are a sell, signal center wait. There is a little bit of strength creeping in on the 1 minute time frame. So if it carries on, which it's not, but if it did, if it went to 5 minute, then we'd have more confidence about the signal. I'm glad I put the thing out about the overbought conditions on the H1, H4. Hopefully you saw that on the technical channel. and there's your MS1. This monthly pivot there, so we're bearish below that, and we're going to be bearish below this MS1, and really MS2 could come into play because we're below MS1. So MS2 is 117.99, and we'll be back in familiar territory again if we do. This is them guys going long. Because they went long, it will come down to take their stops, and you see the one below is larger of the two. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. Hopefully it doesn't go into free fall and it just sort of stabilizes, but we do need the Kiwi USD to continue, and we should have quite a good week. GU on above, it looks like it's been taken. 138, yeah, we're just 2 pips away, so yeah, we would have got that. On below, 137.44. We are a sell, don't forget, but we were a sell yesterday, and it's a signal saying to wait. The monthly pivot is 139.09. I had a short position on this, and I'm glad I got out. It looks like it rebounded quite well. There's 48 pips off that low, so but we are a sell at the sentiment, so be careful. Some strength creeping in on the moving average trend. NU. So we need this to fall, like I say. MS1 is here at 70.88. Monthly pivot's up there. We are a sell. It's a big, big movement. Huge movement. 20% move. It was just ridiculous. They went long here. But as I heard, they really went long. Signal sent to wait, and the sentiment is a sell. So Aranda and IG are undecided, but the rest are quite long. So yeah, some strength on the moving average on the small time frames. Euro yen, 129.94 and 128.80. Some guys going long, so it falls. We might cross the 50% line. If we do, then we will fall. Now there's your monthly pivot here, 128.22. If you remember me saying that we were quite far above monthly pivot, and because we did cross below MR1, we have to target pivot. So that was a good trade. Where are we? 141 pips if you just traded off MR1. But I think it's going to continue to fall, and so it actually be a really, really good trade. I just took a micro lot short. So that's a potential 211 pips there. But that's them guys going long, so it's bearish dynamically, and on the static we are a buy, but I think we might cross over. Pound yen. This is one that I had. I was short, and I used the Williams %R indicator oscillator, and I got out. I'll show you why. Because here we really sort of I went a bit too far on the %R indicator, Williams %R. So I got out here, and that just coincided with that low quite nicely here. And so it couldn't really go any further. I think it hit 99 out of 100. So, you exit there, and that was a good timing. So that was cool. SOC above is 151.73, and below 148.99, well, 149. But yeah, you have a look at that oscillator. It's actually quite cool. It's quite useful. I got out at nice profits. It's a big move, nice move. So let's get rid of that. But yeah, it's a good recommendation. Use the Williams %R. SOC above for dollar yen is 108.89, and the one below is 108.29. We are a buy. We have been for a while. Yeah, and signal center wait, dollar CAD. SOC above 125.99 and below 125.24. It's quite nice how they've done that, so we can just put our crosshair on and get it exactly. See the circle, signal saying to wait, and the sentiment saying to sell. Yeah, if they short it, it will come up, so we could get that SOC above. Dollar Swiss. Now this is these dark colors are strong volumes, heavy volume. So there was the big fish really getting involved onto this move. When it's grayed out, there isn't any volume of substance, so we can ignore those candles. But when they print dark, then we take we take note of it. SLC above is very far away at 94.20. That's 100 pips away. And one below is 92.10. And the moving average is strong on all time frames. And we are a buy on the sentiment. We covered gold. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good for a short. I mean, the signal saying to sell. Moving average is all bearish, and we're at sell here. We're below monthly pivot. We've broken this the triangle. It looks like we might want to be getting the SLC here at 1694. But before I wrap up, don't forget when we did cross 1700, the retail guys really got involved, and they shorted it in a big way when we crossed 1700, and they sold it. And so by selling it, it pushed price up to punish them. And we did rally a lot from that move. So it could well happen again. And we'll see if the history repeats itself. It's possible. There is the case for a stronger gold. You look at your yields fluctuating. And so we'll see how we go. I've got a short position on this. But I don't think I'm going to target all the way down there. I'll probably just get out by the end of today. But we'll see how we go. I'm going to wrap up now. I'm going to do the signals overview, and then I need to go out again. And so I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.